tourist attraction place is because the local people that live around this part of the country, most of them have no knowledge about trees. They want to cut down the trees for farming activities. Because when you come to Africa, agriculture is the main thing that we all survive on. So you have to get a plain land for them to do agriculture. And most of them want to hunt the animals we have in the forest here for bush meat. Our people like meat a lot. Oh, yes. Yeah, I also like meat. It's not bad. Going on in the forest here, they were like, let's try and take all this from our own people. But they were like, if we take away all this from them, how are they going to survive? Because they get their food from the forest here, they get medicinal stuff from the forest here, they get fishes from the rivers in the forest here. Some of the trees are used for carving tools. So they were like, let's try and initiate something here. We can generate some fun and revenue and help give back to the local people. That's where they brought the idea about the tourism. And now Kakum National Park is one of the most eco-tourism sites visited in the whole of West Africa. In the whole world, people come here to see the nice forests and the animals we have in the park here. Are we good?
Yeah.
What animals are these?
Alright, I'll come to that. Alright, so now that we're even entering into the main Kakum National Park, this is the boundary line. Where we just walk from right now used to be farmlands. When you come like 10-15 years ago, you can stand here and see where we started the tour, the bamboo grass there. So that will tell you that protecting the park here has really helped. So this part of the forest is the regenerated forest, that is secondary forest. And the one we are entering in right now is the primary forest, is the main Kakum National Park. It's where they're able to get the thick, strong trees to build the canopy walk. Only some few mahogany trees have been cut down inside the primary forest. Are we good? So about the animals, what animal do you want to see?
We do not want to see lions.
Lion? No. Alright.
Monkeys.
Okay, it's a nice. Lions cannot live in a thick, dense forest like this. Lions cannot survive here. They're gonna die. Lions like to live in the savanna areas where they can see far away to be able to prey on other animals. So we don't have lions in the forest here. So don't worry, you are safe, okay? Yeah. So we have monkeys here. We have 4 species of monkeys in the forest here. We have the Campbell's Muna monkey. Initially, the name Kakum, we got it from the sound of a monkey. And the name of that monkey is the Campbell's Muna monkey. Asantes have their local dialect that they say, Kakum, Yejini Kwekwenum. That's one of the most dominated tribes in Ghana here. So the Kakum, the Kwekwe is the monkey that made the sound Kakum. Yeah. So Kakum is one of the rivers that flows down here to the coastal areas. Before you get to Elmina Castle, you're going to cross a bridge. Before you get to Elmina Castle, the Kakum River flows under that bridge and into the sea. But we have 11 rivers that flows through the park here. So you have the Campbell's Mona monkey, you have the spot-nosed monkey, you have the Diana monkey, and you have the black and white monkey. We have African forest elephants in the park here. Wow. But when you come to Ghana, we have 2 types of elephants here in Ghana. The African forest elephants and the African bush elephants. The African bush elephants are mostly found in the savanna areas. When you go to the northern part of the country, that's where you're going to see the African bush elephant. They're very huge compared to the ones we have here, the African forest elephants. Even the bush elephants are mostly found in the savanna area like Botswana or the countries that have largest forest elephants in the world. So some even say the ones we have here are the subspecies of the ones in the northern part of the country. But realize that the ones we have here, the forest elephants, are different altogether. Very illusional, very shy elephants, and they move in groups. The bachelor males move separately from the females. So when they want to mate, they meet somewhere and they mate and they move away lonely again. But it's very difficult to see the forest elephant because they are very, very sensitive. They can determine like 2 kilometers away before you even get to the forest elephant. So it's not easy to see the African forest elephants. Are we good? Yeah. So we have the antelopes, the bay duiker, the black duiker. We have the bongo. The male and the female bongo have long horns like this. And we have snakes here, the green mamba, the yellow mamba, but we don't have the black mamba here. You have the rock python and you have the vipers. They are all in the forest here. Are we good? No, no anaconda here. Any question?
How large are the forest?
Alright, so this place was named officially as Kakum National Park in 1992. Yeah. But the canopy walk that we are going to walk on right now, there wasn't canopy walk at that time. The canopy walk started in 1994 September and it ended in March 1995. It took them 6 months to build the canopy walk. And 8 people built the canopy walk. 2 of them were from the province in Canada, the West Province, British Columbia, Vancouver. They were tree and rock climbers. They came down here and they were assisted by 6 Ghanaians, carpenters. They joined together to build the canopy walk. So since it was commissioned on 22nd April 1995, we've never had any casualties. We always check it every single day before tour starts. And every 6 months or less, we change the rope and everything. So don't worry, you are safe, okay? And do you know why they built the canopy walk?
No.
Anybody?
So you can see the trees.
Very good. Right now, we are the forest floor. You don't see how the forest is really nice and beautiful. But when you're in a high elevation, you're going to get a nice view of the forest. You're going to see how the forest is really nice and beautiful. And that's the main reason why they built the canopy. 40 meters high, 130 feet. Yeah.
How large do the forest elephants grow?
The forest elephant? We have 200 forest elephants in the forest here.
How big do they get?
Like 6, 7. Yeah.
6
like
to 7 feet tall.
Yeah, 6 to 7 feet tall. But mostly, to be very, very sincere with you, where we are right now is at the tip of the forest. So I can't really promise you they're going to see some of the animals. And the reason is that mostly in the forest region, it's hardly to see the animals. An animal can be right here looking at us, but we cannot see it. Not like the savannah areas that you can do a jeep safari that you can see the animals around. But it's hardly to see the animal. And when they hear the noise and everything, they're trying to move deep inside the forest. And you see, this is their home.
Yes.
We are the invaders. We are coming in their territories. And when they see us, they're just trying to move deep inside the forest. But bear in mind, we don't call here a forest reserve. A forest reserve can be a place that are growing trees to lock them in the future. Here is a conservation area. We are protecting the place. We have the Forestry Commission. They have camps around the park. So they don't allow the poachers to come inside here to hunt the animals or cut down any tree we have in the park here. Are we good? Yeah. Any question?
I'm sorry, I missed this. How big is the park?
360 square kilometers. Yeah. It's a very. Do you know Asin Fosu? Yeah. Anybody know Asin Fosu?
Yeah.
Yeah, this forest goes up to Asin Fosu. So we have the Asin Atadanso Resources Reserve and you have the Kakum National Park. These two places join together to form the Kakum Conservation Area. I hope you understand. All right.
Sorry. Are you only protected if you walk where it's designated? Assuming you go deep into the forest, does that mean therefore you are in danger?
All right. So you can't come in the forest here without a guide. You understand? And we do other stuff too here. You have the nature, the canopy walk, which we are going right now. You have the nature hiking. After the canopy walk, some people decided to walk another extra 1 hour deep inside the forest to learn more about trees. Or maybe if they are lucky, they come across some animal. Because that part of the forest, most people don't go there. So you can't come here without a guide. You understand? So there's some level, it's off trails. So you can't even go there unless you have a GPS or anything that can take you. I hope you understand. Yeah. Any question? All right, let's go.
Snake. Oh, snake radio. I see it.
All right. So the tree. They can't see, right? The tree that they used to make cloth for us to wear, the cotton tree. I don't know. How did they call it Asante? Everybody has an idea how we call the cotton tree in Asante. Cotton tree.
Thank you.
We call it Onina. Yeah, you heard about the Onina tree? Yes. Onina tree is the cotton tree. But before the Onina tree came, the cotton tree came, this was the tree that they used to make clothes for us to wear in those days, very long time ago. And what they do is, they remove the bark of the tree, and they will boil it and they will pound it. Then we get the fiber from it. They used to make clothes for us to wear. In those days, when you wear a dress from this tree, you are a very, very, very rich man. We call it the Chine tree. We even have a popular song in Ghana here after this tree. I don't know, you heard it before. Chen chen bie di me wo, chen chen bie di me wo, chen chen bie di me wo, chen chen bie di me wo. The history behind that song is a man wore the Chine dress and he took another man's wife away from him. So the other man was singing a song, Chen Chen Bi Edimewu. A Chan cloth had made someone take my wife away from me. I hope you understand. Maybe when you're going, you get a Chan dress. I think that place is cool. You can see me, right? All right. When you come in the forest here, we classify the trees we have in the forest here into three. We have the hard trees, we have the semi-hard trees, and we have the soft trees. And one of the hard trees that they used to cut down a lot in this forest is the mahogany tree species. You know mahogany? It's very, very expensive. Another hard tree we have in the forest here is this one. It's one of the most protected trees in the world and one of the most dense trees in the world. When you place it on water, it's never going to float. It's going to sink. It tells you how dense it is. We call it the ebony tree. You heard about the ebony tree? You see the black keys of the piano? The black keys of the piano. It's made from the ebony tree.
Oh,
Yeah,
black keys.
yeah, the black keys. When you move the box, inside is black. Some people call it the black wood. You know, ebony means black. Yeah. And some of the soft trees we have is the onyina, the cotton tree, and the wawa. Wawa tree is one of the soft trees. It used to make the canoe. When you are traveling along the coastal areas, you see the canoe is made from the wawa tree. It's very light, easy to float on the sea and everything. But hard trees are expensive because hard trees take long years to grow. When you grow a hard tree here, a semi-hard tree here, and a soft tree here, within 30 years, the soft tree become wider, bigger, and broad. But the hard tree become very, very slim. It grows slowly, like mahogany, like ebony. That's why they are very, very expensive. But in the forest here, we don't call it the ebony tree. We call it Osono Afin. Osono Afin means the elephant comb. Because the elephants in the forest here, the African forest elephants, they use their back to scratch on this tree. I hope you understand. Yeah. All right. Any question? Let's go. Here, I didn't talk about it, is the tree house. We have the tree house in the forest here. And the reason is that you can stay in the tree house. It's like a camping place. Most of the animals are nocturnal. They come out in the evening. So you can stay in the tree house. In the evening, we give you a guide to take you through the forest. There is high probability for you to see the animals in the evening. I hope you understand.
So we should come back
Yeah, you come back.
and spend the night. Come and spend the night.
Have you tried fufu in Ghana?
Of course.
You see the pistol that we used to pound the fufu?
Yes.
We get it from this tree. So this is more like 30 to 40 years old. It's very grown. This is a young one here. So when it's like this, they cut the top here and the down here, and they hit on the rock to get the mushroom head, and they used to pound fufu. We call it isa. It's from our local dialect, ensa. Ensa means it doesn't finish. Because our forefathers were using this tree as a firewood. So when they put in the evening, they come back in the morning and the wood will still be burning. So they say ensa. That's what got the name isa. And when the colonizers came to Africa, they thought we were living on the trees. But it wasn't true. We were living under the trees like this. So what they were doing is, they put the bamboo sticks and they put the palm leaves on it. Here can be like a bedroom, other side can be like a kitchen, here can be like a living room, this can be a full apartment. And you know, God is always great. Whenever you are under the tree here, you are always safe. If anything is falling down, the wind always blows it away. It doesn't fall under the tree here. And when you look far away, this big tree, we can't go there because we are many. The big tree there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, we call it the Ofram tree. That's a communication tree. And the reason is that our forefathers used to live in the forest like this. And there was not like a phone call to communicate with each other when someone is in the forest. So they use a stone to hit the buttricks of that tree. It makes a very large noise. We call it the Ofram tree. Now local dialect, Oframe, that's calling. So when your dad is home and then you are in the forest and you want to communicate with you use a stone to hit the battery to create a large noise in the forest to communicate with you. And when you hear, you know that your dad is calling you. It's one of the fastest growing trees we have in the forest here. And the bark of it is very, very smooth. So most animals are not able to climb on the Ofram tree. So you have a very smart bird in the forest here called the grey parrots. They always create their nest on top of the Ofram tree. Are we good? Yeah. So now let's go and walk on the canopy. All right. I can't touch it.